All right, what's up, y'all? So today we're gonna be doing an Ariens Icon XD 52-inch oil change. We're gonna do the complete oil change. As you know, it has a Kawasaki engine. So before we get started with anything, you know, a lot of people want pictures and stuff. They don't want to actually read. So I'm gonna do this whole thing for you. I know there's many videos out there. Check those out as well. It's always good to get as much information as you could, because somebody might point something out that another viewer didn't point out. I might point out some things that someone else didn't, or maybe I missed something. But let me just go, even when you go to the book, you just go to maintenance, and as you can see, it tells you right there on page 22, maintenance. And it tells you every 100 hours, you should clean and re-gap spark plugs. Every 200 hours, change oil filter, replace air cleaning paper elements. Now, I know some people may even say, what's air paper elements? What that is this right here. I know it may sound complicated, but you go, what the hell is air paper elements? It's the paper that's inside of that. But we ordered a whole new one, so we're gonna do the whole thing over. So the point I wanted to show you that is, it's telling you when to do it. Now, as you can see, when I cut my machine on, if you come over here, babe, it's right over here. You probably gotta come around. Like it says, every 100 hours, or see, I got 58. I only got 58 hours. So you say, okay, if you got 58 hours, why is you doing an oil change? Okay, that brings me to right here. Like it says, change oil every 100 hours or 1 year, whichever comes first. When it comes to me, I've been had this for 2 years, and I've yet to do an oil change. But I don't abuse my machine, because if you think about it, in 2 years, I've only put 58 hours on it. That's in 2 years. So I do know it's time for me to change my oil. Now, another reason, a very important reason, I know it's time for me to change my oil is because I did a little boo-boo, maybe I should have. I was mixing regular gas and ethanol gas into my machine. Don't do that, folks. Next thing you know, I was getting that spark. You know, like sometimes I be running, I got a full tank, and then just, don't do that. Stay with one thing, whatever you know. The ethanol is supposed to be more cleaner. However, just use regular gas. And so then what I did, I used my pump to drain all the gas out, and I took this out. Listen, let me tell y'all something about this. If you take this this plug out for your gas, your fuel line, woo, trying to get that back in there is hell. It can be done. You're gonna have to use maybe like a screwdriver or something to help put it back in. But boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, it's hard to get that back in. But it can be done. Another thing that I did was your fuel filter right here. I'm gonna change this. Now, something very important for you to know. When you change this, see how it has the arrow? It's telling you and it's showing you when you put the new one back on, make sure that arrow is facing towards the engine. Now, real key point I want to show you. So now I ordered offline. Now, obviously, these look different than those, wouldn't you say? Clearly. I'm going to show you a very important thing to know about this. Very important. Now look at this. Remember what I told you? Make sure the arrow is facing towards the engine, right? Well, let's look at this here. You go, where's the arrow? They don't have no arrow. This clearly has an arrow, right? Right there, right? So you go, where's the arrow? And I said, what kind of crap? So I said, maybe it's over here. Maybe it's over here. Man, there's not even no arrow on here. Why would they send something like this? Now I'm looking at this saying, maybe this the front. Maybe this the back. Dang, I don't know which one it is. And you know, it stressed me out because now I'm looking in the manual. I'm going back online where I ordered it. I want you to come close. And I said, why would they have something without the arrow? Because I don't want to do this the wrong way. But when you be patient, take time, go over your steps. Just like when you're in school. Sometimes you have to read something twice and you get it. The arrow is there. Watch this, folks. Watch this. Watch me find the arrow. Watch this. Look closely. Boom. See the arrow right there? Oh, let's zoom out. Let's see. I'll find the arrow. Right there. See, the arrow is right there. It's just what I think they did, which is really silly, they made it transparent. Did you get a good look at that? Could you see the arrow? Man, let me go on an angle or something. I really want y'all to see it. See it?
Yeah. It's like a little.
Yeah, the arrow is pointing that way. Let's see if you go. I want y'all to really get it. The arrow is there. It's right there. You see it? Right there. Boom.
Yes.
There is an arrow. But it's so crazy. Why would they do it transparent? Let me get a better angle. See, they did it transparent. So like I said, don't be stressed, folks, and say, oh, there's not no arrow in here. So I'm going to change this as well because like I said, I was mixing ethanol and regular glass, and this thing was getting so messed up, making me, and it's a brand new machine. So I'm going to change them both. No, you don't need that. So I already did the clamps. It's real simple. Take that clamp. Now, when you're taking this off, it's good to have a rag or something up under it because it's going to have a little fuel. Remember, this is a fuel line. But I already unleashed it. And just do a little twist and pull. Well, be careful. Don't break your machine. Remember, do a little twist and pull. See, I'm making it sound like it's easy, but it is easy, actually. But wow. There we go. Whoa. Still has some residual gasoline. And I had already drained this and then do the same thing with this side. Twist and pull. And there you go. Wow, look at that. Still got residual gas. This is crazy. I drained this thing. So you should have a little cap or at least a rag under there to catch that. Yeah, so look at that. Let me hold that. Let me get this. Ah! Look at it. I'm drilling good. See, look at that. Boom. I still have some in there. And I drained this thing. Just goes to show you. That's what the word residual is and what it means. Leftover. Remaining. So remember what I told you? The arrow is actually here. It's just they got it transparent. Look, there go the arrow right there. It's pointing that way. I don't know if you could really see that. Let me try to put it on an angle. You can see that right there. If you could kind of see it. There you go. You see the arrow? Boom. Yeah. So that means I got to face it this way. And it's the same procedure. Now they give you clamps and all, which is cool because you're going to need them. Put your clamps on first. Yeah, let's go with the ones that they gave. Oh, that's just as well. I swear, I'm tripping. I gotta squeeze it up. I'm being silly. So I clearly gotta squeeze them first. What am I acting like I'm new to this? Boom, put that on. Then, like we said, let's find the arrow again. Here's the arrow. Boom, face that way. But remember, it's gotta face the engine. So you just simply, boom, that's on there, that easy. Then you squeeze that back to the top. Bring it on over. Make sure it's nice and tight. Boom, nice on that one. Now let's do the other one. Clamp right there. And go here. I'll put our clamp on first. Oh, it's got an existing clamp on already. So let's go use that again. So we're gonna go, remember, twist and pull off. We're gonna push it and twist. Come on, just a little bit. There we go. Then bring your clamp on over so it's nice and tight. There we go. Boom. Now that's done. That part is done. Remember what I told y'all about your fuel? That thing is hard to get back on if you take it off, this here. But it can be done. So we did that part. So now, Because here's the stuff that I ordered. Let me tell you. I ordered this all off Amazon. You just make sure your part numbers are all matched up. Because, see, I had to get the FR691V. And that's what I ordered. Now, I like it when they bring it because you see it's nice and sealed. So, before we get started with that, what we're going to do now, we're going to drain the oil. So have your nice oil drip pan ready. Now, if you come over this way. Now, here's how you do this part. There's a reason I got this here. There's a reason I got this, because when you connect, well, I'll tell you as I'm doing it. Give me some light over here. You probably go over there and get a better view. Come over here, get the light so you can see. Now, it's right here. This is your cap to change your oil. So obviously it's a cap here. You just simply take the cap off, see? It stays with it. Just take the cap off. And then you take your line. This is how you're gonna drain your oil. You take your line and you get that on. You should have a nice snug fit. Boom, see? Boom, just like that. And see, it actually shows you. See, it says, oh, thank you. See, it says open. Obviously that would be closed. Close will be tighty-righty, right? Counterclockwise would be open. So you just want to simply open that a little bit, not a lot. Now here's the thing. When you, now keep it on that. If you do it this way, this is what they tell you to do. But let me tell you something about that oil. That oil comes out real slow. Real slow. Actually, you do it a little at a time. Start opening it up. Make sure that's on snug. Just turn it. That oil is going to start coming. See, there you go. You see the oil? See it's coming out now? See it coming out? But here's the thing. If you do it this way, it's gonna come out real slow. It's gonna take forever. But I don't wanna be here all day. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in my pump here. And it's gonna make it come faster. Because see, if I do it their way, if you look there, see the oil is still coming, but it takes forever. But let me just show you. See, I use my pump. This is the intake. Show the pump. Here's the intake, and this is the discharge. So you do it this way. Watch how quicker this oil, you get this done quicker. See the oil? It's gonna come in the pan. Look in the pan. See that? See the oil coming out? So this gets it a lot quicker, folks. A lot quicker. Otherwise, like I said, you're gonna be there for a while waiting for it to drain. Now I'll show you a better view this way. See that oil coming out? Boom. I can't see it. We put the light on there. Oh, you got it? Here. Don't put, all right. See, if you do it this way, see that oil coming out? Let me show you. Look. Ah, we don't want it all on the floor. I'm just trying to let y'all see it come out easy. See, look. Oh. That's way easier, right? You see that? Otherwise, you're going to be sitting here for a long time waiting for that oil to come out. So this way, I just pump it all out quicker. Even though I got the bucket here, what I would advise anybody to do, as you can see, I am making a little mess right there, you can see. And I probably got some over here as well. Still put down some cardboard or something. You know, prevent yourself from making more of a mess. All right, so another thing you want to do, if you come on this side, you want to put your little drip pan there. Because when you take off the oil filter, you're gonna get some residual oil. Again, remember the word residual. Just means excess, remaining, left over. So you wanna put that. But here's another thing I didn't show you guys. If you show this, you wanna take your dip stick out. That'll help relieve some of the oil that is coming out. It'll help it flow even a little bit more. So, as always, remember, tighty-righty, lefty-loosey. Obviously, this is gonna be a little tighter. But when you're putting it back on, make sure you just hand tighten it. So, there we go. Just a little. I would say put a rag under here too, because y'all gonna get some, oil. Yeah, that's dripping already. That's why you want that under there. There you go. Let me get that out of there. Yeah. See, it has a nice little drip edge. You catch the oil. Let me see if I can get a little bit more. I can get that all out of there with my finger. All right. Now be careful taking this out because you will spill it. I think I spilled a little anyway. That. I'll take your rag. Just clean up a little excess. Always good to have a bunch of rags around. Always. I'm gonna have a little spill here and there. Just wipe that up. You know how it is when the engine gets hot, metal parts get hot, you got oil all over, and you wonder why you're seeing smoke maybe. So try to wipe that up as good as possible. Now, you take the new oil filter. Like I said, I love the one they give you. It's nice and sealed. This is really that simple to put it back on. You take some of that oil. So you take some of that oil and you just seal the rubber gasket. You seal it. That's all it is. And you put it right back on. Remember what we said, things you learned when you was a kid. Lefty-loosey, tighty-righty. It's gonna go right back on. There you go. Boom. It's that simple, folks. It's not hard at all. And remember what you said. You just want to hand tighten it. You don't want to use the tools and be too tight. Make sure your hands are nice and clean. Otherwise, you won't get a nice firm tight. Get them hands clean. And even when you're doing this, after you finish everything, you still want to make sure you don't have any oil leaks. Just hand tighten, boom. And that's that with the oil change you got. So we drained the old oil. Let's see if we got any more since we took the other part out. Shouldn't be no more. That's what I like about this here. Makes stuff way quicker. Now I can take this off here now. Back over here. Get my rag, because we know it's gonna make a mess. Take it off. Well, let's loosen it a little bit more to see if it let any more oil out first before we just.
The rag underneath.
You're gonna open that a little bit. Close. You're gonna open a little bit more. Let's see. Okay, see, it's starting to get a little flat, so to speak. But, you know, let's figure it all out. Let's see. Yeah. You see it going through? Yeah. That's just residual. Remember, residual. That's all that is. This is done. So remember, like I said, see it says open, it's showing you the arrow. That way it opens. Turn it this way, and that's gonna close it for you. Let's get this off. Boom. Look. The oil leaking all over the place. Don't be silly like me, folks. Always making a mess, always dropping stuff, as my wife always tells me. You're always dropping something. So remember, just hand tighten this. You don't need to use tools. And it's showing you the arrows. Now you turn one way for close and another way for open. Just hand tighten. That's that. Now you got to hand tighten back. I like clean up little excess parts too. Boom. Then just put your cap back. And that's it, folks, for your oil change. That is it. Well, no, that's not it. Actually, now I got to put new oil in there. How silly am I? You know what I'm saying? Might learn a few things. I might have missed something. But what did we do so far? The gas filter, we changed the gas filter. I took the gas line out as well. That was hell putting it back. We drained all the old oil. We put a new oil filter on. Now we're gonna fill it up with oil. All right, folks, so now we're about to do the engine oil. So I say make sure that's nice and clean. Your funnel is nice and clean. So that way you're not putting no deposits in there. Now here's another thing to bring to y'all attention. As you can see, right here, it says you should be using, not here, right here, I'll put the picture up right here for you. It says you should be using 4-cycle synthetic oil. Well, here's the thing. I bought this whole kit off of Amazon, way cheaper. Now, this says 4-stroke synthetic, right? Let me just tell you something. Don't think that it's getting something different, because you're supposed to get SAE 1040 oil, 4-cycle engine oil. So when you say, but this says 4-stroke, you could Google it yourself. Matter of fact, here's a picture right here to explain it. When it says 4-stroke, it's the same as 4-cycle. So when you look it up, 4-cycle and 4-stroke is the same thing. They just using different language to explain the same thing. That's all it is. So don't be discouraged when you're in the store and you're trying to buy and you see it says 4-stroke, but your book said use 4-cycle. It's the same thing. Now, here's the other thing. It says 1 quart, which equals to 0.946 liters, right? Milliliters. So in the book, as it says here, I'm sorry about that. When oil filter is not removed, you are to replace it with 1.8 liters. And as you know, I removed the filter. So like it says, when oil filter is removed, you got to put 2.1 liter. All right? So remember, a whole quart. Look at me. I'm being sloppy. Like I said, learn from my mistakes, folks. Remember, you learned these things on your job, in school. Remember, something you learned is called good house cleaning. When you're doing all this stuff, learn from my mistakes. Put your stuff after using them, put them away, and safely out of your way. See, let me put this over here. Because I'm telling you, I'm the type of person. I'm working over here. I'll go, doop, fall and trip and knock the oil all over the place. So don't learn from my silly mistakes. Have good house cleaning. Meaning you organize and you put your stuff in a safe place where you can find them and you won't trip over and make an even bigger mess. So now let's get back to this. So remember, it says 1 quart is actually less than a liter. So this says if you remove the oil filter, you need like 2 liters, which would be 2 of these actually, but I'm gonna put like 1 3/4. So here we go. No, you get over here. Make sure ain't no oil leak right here, down there. All right, that's 1. Just to show y'all even more that we don't have an oil leak. I'm gonna put a paper towel up under here, because if it was an oil leak, you'll see it. So let's put a paper towel there. If there was an oil leak, you'll see that. It'll come through. So just to prove your work is done right. Now we're gonna go with the other one. Remember, like I said in the book, if you remove the oil filter, you ought to put 2.1, what's that, 2.1 liters. So essentially it's like 2 of these quarts. Excuse me. I'm not gonna put all of it. I'll save it. I'm gonna test my oil later. So, do we see any drip there at all? I don't. All right. Let's make sure I just drip that right there. All right, let's put this away. Oh, what did I say? Good house cleaning. Let's stop making a mess. I'm telling you right now, what I'm doing y'all over here that y'all can't see, I made a little boo-boo over here. I stepped in some oil and now I'm walking around. I'm making a mess. Now, as you can see, dry as a feather. No oil leaks. Now, let's wipe it. Make sure. Now, it's dirty, of course. That's dust and grass. But no oil. Let's wipe it really hard. No oil. Dry as a feather. So that's done. Now let's put our oil dipstick in. Boom. Actually should run it, actually. Now everything else is connected. We got our gas line back on right. Our gas filter is on right. We drained the oil. We closed it back up. Another thing I want to change. All right, another thing I like, they give you a nice, this all came with the kit, and they give you a cover for your filter too, so it keeps it even that, makes the life of it even longer because you're having it covered. So I like that. So we're gonna change the filter on it as well. Now, if you come over this side, don't step in that oil. Don't be goofy like me. See, I like the twist ties that they got, which makes this easier to come off. So remember, as always, lefty loosey, tighty righty. Right now, we obviously loosen it up. So we want to take it off. So, yeah. And then there's one down there too. Making it tighter. Oh, look at all that grass popped out underneath there. And we said about good house cleaning. Let's get that out of there. It's not bad. I may clean that out, you know. We got a couple of grass on there and all that, but it's no big deal. So now we're gonna get the new one. It doesn't matter if you're saying, should it go this way? Should it go that way? It don't matter. And we're gonna put that back on. So now we got a new filter as well, air filter. And that's what I love about these, see? The twist ties, these are called twist ties. So it's that easy, instead of, you gotta worry about a screwdriver or something. You just twist them with your hand. It's that easy. think about it, folks. So we changed our air filter, we drained our old oil, and we used the pump to do it even quicker. We drained our old oil, we put in new oil, we changed our air filter right here. We changed our gas filter line, our gas, what do you call, I forgot what it's called. Our gas filter. What else did we do? I think that was everything. I pumped all the gas out because I made the mistake of putting ethanol and gas mixing. I was getting spog. So complete oil change. I don't need to change my spark plug because it says spark plug should be changed, I think every 100 or 200. Let me verify that for y'all. Spark plug. It says, yeah, clean and re-gap spark plugs. See, every 200 hours. 200 hours. I'm nowhere near that. So I don't have to change that. So, let's check that oil. So it's been in there, and we're gonna cut it on. We're gonna check it as well. Let's check it right now. Let's see where we at. Just clean it off. Throw it back in there. Now we got all good oil. This oil was like really brown. Look at it now, nice and clean. Look at that, clean. But it was brown, almost not black, but it was close to it. So let's see. Let's see, we got everything connected. Let's see. That's what I like about it. It takes it off. Now see, I just want to show y'all. Don't be goofy like me. You see what I'm talking about? Always have good house cleaning. See, I had my bucket of oil here while I'm working, and when I came over to the side, I wound up kicking it, and I made a mess. Now I got another job to do, clean up this oil. So always have good house cleaning. That way you don't make messes like this. But now, you see a complete oil change. Only thing I didn't change, as I said, once again to reiterate, was the spark plug. But I'm not supposed to do that until at least 200 hours. And if you come over here, let's recap this again. I'm only at 58 hours. Got it upside down. You're looking at it upside down, folks, but it's no big deal. Let's turn it around. I'm only at 58 hours, 58.8. I'm nowhere near needing to change my spark plug. Although, don't step in that oil. Although, let's go through everything. When you order this, I like everything that comes with it. It's really cool. Everything that comes with it. Here's all the other stuff. Remember, everything that came with this was, it came with an air filter and a cap for it. It came with extra hoses for it. It came with an oil, It came with an oil filter. Yeah, that's the oil filter. Oh, here it is right here. It came with an oil filter. It came with 2 gas filters. It came with 2 spark plugs. It came off with the shutoff valve for your, I guess this would be for, this would be, wow, what would this be for? I'll have to look into that. And of course, a bunch of clamps. It came with more than enough. Now, let me explain this to you. If you ordered a whole kit, this was over $40. It came with two quarts of oils, 1, 2, and this whole kit. It was over $40. But you could be a smarter shopper, as I always say. And I ordered this separate. This was $14. And then I went to Walmart. This was $8. This was $8. So, excuse me. So, altogether, that's $16 plus $14. Yeah? So what would that be? 20? That'd be $30. So I saved over, I mean, a lot of money, but it is a savings. I saved well over $10 to $12. So that's how I did it, because I was like, if I ordered it all together, it was over $40. I ordered this, it was only $14. I went and bought that. It was like $7 and some change. It was close to $8. This was cheaper getting it this way. So now, let me cut it back on, put it back in the spot. Y'all see it works perfectly fine. We are the champions. If I could do it, what do I say in a lot of my videos? You can do it. So let's cut it back on, cut it back up. Nah, I gotta choke it a little, that's all. Choke back down. Right down. No. Remember, I can't. I gotta clean up my oil. Where the mic from? Don't be silly like me. Be smarter than me. Learn from my mistakes. All right, y'all. Peace.